What up, y'all? It is your boy, Zach, known as King of YouTubers here, back with another video. Before I begin, take our colors of lightning and our YouTube channels, and Hulk smash them all, and choose the subscribe button, because we are writing positive comments each day PewDiePie anti-series after we reach 980 million subscribers that be shouted down PewDiePie anti-series. So without further ado, let's begin this video. Okay, before I begin this video, sorry that this video is so late. Sorry that this video is so late right now. It's like this late right now. And this is the video so late, sorry, but let's get into this video. What if matchmaking bans were no longer a thing in Rocket League? Well, matchmaking bans is a thing in Rocket League where if you in the middle of a match, you're playing a Rocket League game, and you decided to forfeit a match. You decided to abandon match or go to your home screen and exit out of there and go in, and the matchmaking ban happens for 5 minutes. So here's what if, and here's what will happen if matchmaking bans were no longer a thing. So matchmaking bans, they happen for 5 minutes. If we do it a second time, that's for 20 minutes. If we do it a third time, that'll be 75 minutes. If we do it a fourth time, 120 minutes. If you even did it a fifth time, that'd be even months. Or years. Yeah, months. So, what will happen if matchmaking bans were no longer a thing? Well, the game will just be Rocket League. And what makes Rocket League is matchmaking bans. And it makes and it begins soccer match, and it makes soccer matches fair. If FAIR makes soccer matches fair, and other ones too. But what if? But what if matchmaking bans were no longer a thing? Well, it'll be just Rocket League the game without matchmaking bans, and it'll be just Rocket League will just be a game without matchmaking bans. And if you try to abandon match, it wouldn't do anything. It wouldn't give you any warning at all. It wouldn't say 5 minutes, and if you try to go click, and if you try to push this right here as a home button, right here, this is the home button. If you push this, it's going to take you to the Nintendo Switch home screen while in the middle of your Rocket League match, and then if you exit out of there, it wouldn't necessarily do anything. So Rocket League will just be a game without matchmaking bans. So do we really want matchmaking bans gone in Rocket League? Psysonics is thinking about it. So I'll look them up. PSYonics. So, will these guys remove the matchmaking bans in Rocket League? Possibly. Here's why. Because people have not cussed during matchmaking bans and have not done anything, haven't done nothing, and they did not cuss, they didn't say anything mean, and then verbal harassment, they did not do that either. What is verbal harassment in Rocket League?
According to Rocket League Wiki, fandom, here are the report reasons found in Rocket League, and how you should use them. Verbal text harassment. Used when a player is threatening or harassing you or other players in all chat, or team chat. Offensive language, flooding, etc.
If you are being harassed in party chat, please report it to our customer care team. Yes, that's basically what that is. But if matchmaking bans were gone, Rocket League would just be a game without matchmaking bans, and people would love that. They would. But if they were furious, and if they wanted matchmaking bans back, they wouldn't work necessarily. Because Psyonix, that picture that I just showed you, still wants matchmaking bans in Rocket League. Well, they're thinking about removing matchmaking bans because it causes glitches by verbal and by people not saying anything, and people have not done verbal harassment. People are not being mean and all this stuff, and this random matchmaking bans keep appearing for no reason, and that's the glitches. So this means that this company right here will remove matchmaking bans. I believe so. That's what I've heard. It's I just saw it on an article, a very true, 100% legit true article, and it turns out to be true. And will people be furious? Some people will be furious and be like, "Why did you move matchmaking bans? Make matches to be fair." Well, guess what? Get used to it. Deal with it. Don't be mad about it. Being mad and talking offensive to them is not the right way to go. Just be positive about it. Let it go, and everything will be put back to normal. In Rocket League, in matchmaking bans, in Rocket League, will forever be erased. Because we don't need matchmaking bans anymore. We don't. Because they're a pain in the butt. Seriously, they are. We don't need them. Just because Rocket League is a game and the company, Psyonix, thinking about removing matchmaking bans. Moving matchmaking bans, that sounds fair, and people will be very happy about it, and no more matchmaking bans. Rocket League will just be a game without matchmaking bans. By the time you exit out of the game, or even abandon match, or wouldn't do anything. Just exit out, no warning at all. It wouldn't say 5 minutes, it wouldn't say 20 minutes, it wouldn't say 120 minutes. It wouldn't say months. It wouldn't say offensive stance. So that's what will happen if matchmaking bans were no longer insane in Rocket League. So hopefully enjoy this video. Credits in the comments and the outro of this video. Credits in the comments and the outro of this video. Hopefully enjoy this video. Main power god, King of all kings, King of all kings, King of all YouTubers. The man, the myth, the legend. King of all jokes, Zach Powers. And the first ever god in this universe that created everything will turn 20 tomorrow. Tomorrow, just Power God, King of all Kings, Zach Powers. Well, I would say Reese's Pieces out.